All right, Shalom. All praise going on. It goes to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakar Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And as always, peace and blessings to the elect. There's another edition of GMS News and Prophecy. And actually I have two articles here. But I'm kind of, this is kind of like a double hit in one of prophecy, because I got two different articles pertaining to the end, but it's well, I should say it's kind of like it's the same prophecy, but it's just two different events of the same prophecy, and it's all within the last couple of days, man. And this just goes to show you that and you'll see, but it goes to show you that Yahweh Boss Me Yahushai is not playing about his word, man. It's just so much information and things going on out there in the world. It's hard to keep up sometimes, but it's hard to not speak on it. And when you got guys that's worried about, different parts of the doctrines and, things like that. Well, deny this, okay? You can deny about the 12 tribes being, who they are according to the scriptures. You can debate all that BS, you want to, but at the end of the day, there's prophecies happening in the world, and they're not slacking, man. Okay? The Lord said that the plagues that were to come upon the earth were not going to be slack. Okay? Matter of fact, let me get there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get that scripture. All right? Okay? Because the Lord said he was not going to be slack with his word. All right? Right, 2nd Esdras 16 and 39, it says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. That's the what? The different prophecies, the destruction and things like that. It says, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. And then Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, well, as for Yahweh Shai, didn't he speak on, at the beginning of sorrows? Okay? It says, oh, my people, hear my word. And this is what we're supposed to be paying attention to. You got guys that's just lacking in the faith, man, running out of oil because they're not paying attention to what's going on. They don't want to go into prophecies, and they don't want to, because they even saying that America's not Babylon the Great. Well, that means you want to stay here in this godforsaken place. And meanwhile, you got homosexuals and lesbians and cop killers of innocent jakes out here. You got all kind of chaos. Our people, going crazy. Esau going crazy. But you don't want to focus on the scriptures and the prophecies and the words of the Lord? That's what really matters, man. But because you don't pay attention and believe in the things that have been brought out, because certain things you just got to take on faith. And it just shows you lack faith. So how can you pay attention to the prophecies? But that's why, as I believe it was Joshua that said in the scriptures, he said, as for me and my household, we shall serve the Lord. So I'm going to serve Yahweh Bashan Shah, and I'm going to cause my people to hear the words of these prophecies. All right? And this is what's going on. But I'm going to continue reading. It says, oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle. And in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. So we're supposed to be making ourselves ready to the battle that's getting ready to come. And it's starting with the spiritual battle. Okay? The truth and righteousness versus evil and wickedness, man. Okay? And the Lord is playing his part. All right. So, like I said, it's these prophecies coming to pass, and there's news and articles coming on these things daily, man. About an hour, man. Sometimes about a minute, like back to back, breaking news. I just put up a video of this Edomite demon. All right, this Edomite demoness, Barbara Bush. The mother of George W. Bush and the former first lady of former President George H.W. Bush, who also announced the New World Order, for the elites in 9/11, 1991. Well, she just kicked the bucket. She ain't gonna see her New World Order. She going right into slavery, and this is what we're supposed to be joyous about, man. All right. So I have this first article here from Express in this headline: Ring of Fire on the edge of unleashing most dangerous earthquakes world has ever seen. All right. Now don't the scriptures talk about things that are to come upon the earth that has not seen, no, not since there was a nation on earth, pursuant to Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. All right. So it says the potentially catastrophic ring of fire fault lines are on the edge of releasing deadly earthquakes across the world. Well, there's your earthquakes in the diverse places, man. All right. It says after a series of tremors in the past few weeks, particularly in the western states of the U.S., experts are warning that the ring of fire is on the brink of releasing some of the most dangerous earthquakes the world has ever seen. The Ring of Fire is the largest and most active fault line in the world, stretching from New Zealand all around the east coast of Asia, over to Canada and the USA, and all the way down to the southern tip of South America, and causes more than 90% of the world's earthquakes. So we can expect large 6, 7, 8, even maybe 9.0 earthquakes to hit in these places in these last days, man, and do some damage. And that's all praises to Yahweh Bashmi Awashai, man. Okay, because they've been happening. Every now and then, at least about once a week, I do an earthquake update report just to show you how things are moving according to that particular prophecy. Okay? It says in the last week, there have been notable quakes in California and Alaska, which has people concerned that a huge tremor is on the way. And there's also rumors of a 9.0 earthquake to hit to hit California soon. So these things are being watched for. It says some people have taken to Twitter to express their concerns following the smaller quakes, believing that it is a precursor to more damaging earthquakes. Okay. So, hey, man, as you can see on this map, these quakes are, or this ring of fire, these quakes are going to be devastating, man. Okay. All right. And that's just this particular part of the prophecies. Okay. Now, I'm going to go to the next article, right? Well, it says I'm offline. Get back online real quick. I just don't want any interruptions with these messages. All right. Anyway, it says here, now this is from Newsweek.com. It says Greek communists attack Harry Truman statue in protest against U.S. airstrikes in Syria. All right. It says here, on Monday, supporters. Now, this is dealing with the uproars of the people, man. Okay. The perplexities of nations, especially after these Syrian strikes, which was brought on by the U.S., Britain, France. All these other nations are condemning these things, man. Okay. China said that those recent strikes on Syria by the U.S. was a violation of international law. All right. So we're living in these heated times, man. But Jacob be worried about the wrong thing, man. Okay. I'm going to keep going into this, though. It says, on Monday, supporters of Greece's Communist Party attempted to tear down a statue of President Harry Truman. Now, Harry Truman is significant in this because he was the president that was in office when Nagasaki and Hiroshima was bombed in World War II. You see, all this is leading to the War of Armageddon, World War III, man. All right? That's what all this is leading to. And this is why you got to be watching, man, because this is beautiful. Okay? It's beautiful, man. All these perplexities of nations and these storms and these things is all leading to this place, this white man's rulership going down, man. Okay? Esau, or Edom, is going down. All right? One of their lower level elites, like I mentioned, Barbara Bush just kicked the bucket. And then I believe it was around this time last year, if I'm correct, I know it was recent. Time's been flying so fast, but this guy Rockefeller, he kicked the bucket, man. He died. So these devils are feeling it, man. These devils are feeling it, man. Kala Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay. It says, on Monday, supporters of Greece's Communist Party attempted to tear down the statue of President Harry Truman in response to U.S.-led airstrikes in Syria, according to reports. All right. So they're basically attacking what's going on. All right. Or they're protesting what's going on, and they attacked that statue. I'm going to read this part. It says, the Communist and Workers' Parties expressed their internationalist solidarity to the people of Syria and the other peoples of the region. They call upon the working class, the people's forces, to reinforce the struggle against the imperialist interventions and wars of the NATO, the USA, and the EU, that's the beast system. That's the fourth beast of Esau. NATO, the USA, and the EU, man. All right. It says the group said in a statement, which was signed by members of communist parties across Europe. So these people are not playing with America no more, man. Okay, all this tension against the beast, against the whore, Babylon the Great, it's coming to a head, man. And they're going to soon send all their different militaries into the Middle East to take America out, along with them false Jews, man, those Israelis. And then America is going to be destroyed by nuclear missiles, man. All right. Now, the prophecy I wanted to get is 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter, because we're here, man. All right. This is 2nd Esdras 9:1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we're seeing these signs pass, man, come to pass. All right. We're seeing the Israelites being woken up after being called blacks and the Spaniards and Native Americans for so long. Okay. We see the truth being pushed on the streets and the highways and hedges by great millstone, might I add, all over the planet in these last days, man, prophesying of these things. We see the mark of the beast coming to fruition. We're seeing the War of Armageddon, World War III, brewing up. We see these earthquakes and these different protests and these uproars and these things happening in the earth, man. Okay? So the Lord is getting ready to visit this place. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee. See, these things were before us, man. Before we was even born, Yahweh Bashan Shah spoke these things, and they're being played out right now in these lifetimes, man. In this particular lifetime. It says, even from the beginning. For like is all that is made in the world, has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. All right. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings. And we're seeing how these things are being made plain now. It says they have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works and endings in effects and signs. And you can't tell me that these are protests against these U.S. airstrikes and these UK airstrikes in Syria. You can't tell me that's not a sign. All right. You can't tell me that these earthquakes, okay, and these different things brewing up in the Pacific around this ring of fire, you can't tell me that's not a sign, man. All right? Yahweh Shah said this. He says, look up, for your redemption draws nigh. That's why we're seeing all these different chariot sightings, man. Because our salvation, our redemption, the power of Yahweh Bashan Shah is being shown in the earth. And soon the elect of the nation of Israel is going to be delivered, man. Okay? But with that, I'm going to end it there. I'm going to leave the links to these articles, so brothers, can read into them and get more edified and more built up. I'm going to say keep watching. All praise goes to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakak Wadash, double unto the apostles and the elders of great millstone and rule well. And they've been teaching. Peace and blessings to the elect. We're almost home. Until the next time, Shalom.